Royal Air Force Falcon display team down the back who've just flown in from Rise Norton. We'll be able to hand over to the Falcons at about 12 o'clock for their drop. So what you're going to see is the aircraft go up, do the early prep work for that drop, and the Falcons are busy at work on the ground as well, getting into position on the drop zone, and you'll hear more about that shortly. The aircraft's going to climb up to about 5,000 feet or so and start that early prep, and then at about 12 o'clock you're going to see the boys exit via the ramp and make their return to terra firma here at Cosford.
So we're getting a double dose of CHINOOK as well, which is always delightful. Andy, let me ask you, Bravo November is here at the RAF Museum at Cosford, a very special helicopter, and it's important to emphasise, really only just come out of service with the RAF.
That's right. Bravo November's worked very hard throughout her career. The CHINOOK's about 42 years of service now in the UK. And Bravo November is very famous, as I heard you talk about earlier, because of the number of distinguished flying crosses that pilots have achieved on that aircraft on military operations. It's the most famous CHINOOK probably in the world, not just in the UK, and it's now in Hangar 1 just behind us here in the Royal Air Force Museum. So in fact you can see the CHINOOK now getting airborne. That aircraft in front of us, ironically, is older than Bravo November, and then Six One getting airborne there, and actually it's going to be retired soon as well. Whether she'll find her way into a museum or going elsewhere is yet to see. So Bravo November, as I said, behind us, ZA718, one of the most famous ships in the world, and her history dates all the way back to the Falkland Islands. In 1982, that conflict there had only been delivered less than 2 years prior, when Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands, and it was the only aircraft to survive the sinking of the Atlantic conveyor when those X missiles hit.